When Jay Kelly, the titular star of Noah Baumbach's latest film, tries to pump himself up, he puts his name amongst the illustrious actors who have come before him. Gary Cooper, Cary Grant, Jay Kelly, Clark Gable, Robert De Niro, Jay Kelly. You could easily replace the name Jay Kelly with George Clooney, and this bit would still make perfect sense. Kelly's comparing himself to some of the greatest actors to grace the screen emphasizes how much Baumbach's film often feels like it's paying homage to the great movies about movies that have come before it. Its Robert Altman-esque opening is reminiscent of The Player, with its overlapping dialogue. Jay Kelly's attempt to reconnect with the people who watch his movies is akin to Preston Sturges's Sullivan's Travels. The way Kelly does some soul-searching through his past films feels right out of Federico Fellini's 8.5. Yet, unlike those films that really delve into what it takes to make great art and the toll it takes on one's life, Jay Kelly never quite reaches greatness in the way those films do. Jay Kelly is trying to reach for the stars, and while it gets close, it can't quite grasp what it's going for. After 35 years in the movie industry, Jay Kelly finds himself contemplating what his life has meant. All of his memories revolve around the projects he's been in, and when his mentor and friend, Peter Schneider, dies, he starts looking back and trying to find a deeper understanding of it all. Yes, he's become one of the greats, but he also has 2 kids, Jessica and Daisy, whom he hasn't been there for, and a life lived on sets. His closest friend, although he probably wouldn't admit that, is his manager, Ron Sukanik, who will drop everything to assist him in any way he can. Jay runs into his old acting friend from his 20s, Timothy, who believes Jay stole his one shot at stardom, and Timothy admits he hates Jay. Timothy could have been a star, but now he's a child psychologist with a family, while Jay has been in the limelight for almost 4 decades. After the two get in a fight, Jay goes on a journey of self-discovery, deciding to find Daisy on a trip to Europe with friends to spend more time with her, while also thinking back on his life as he prepares to accept a Lifetime Achievement Award in Italy. A common refrain in Jay Kelly is this idea that it's hard to be yourself, especially for an actor on the screen. Jay Kelly is doing so much that it's hard to find exactly what this film's identity is. Most of it is in service of giving us a rough idea of who Jay Kelly is. He's got charm to spare, but he is self-centered in a way he doesn't always recognize, and has clearly put his career over his family. But Baumbach's film doesn't really know how to delve any deeper into this character, other than showing his occasional regrets over the path he's chosen, as opposed to the one he could have had. Jay Kelly only probes its title character enough to say that he's a sometimes egocentric character who is disappointed he didn't do things differently, and there are already plenty of films about entertainers that hit on this idea. The screenplay, written by Noah Baumbach and Emily Mortimer, both of whom also make cameos, is attempting to do too much and feels cluttered with ideas. For example, Jay's entourage is full of characters we barely have a chance to learn the names of, and when Kelly takes a train through Europe, we're introduced to a whole slew of new people who weirdly become part of his journey. There are relationships not fully explored, such as the one that used to exist between Jay and Ron, as well as his publicist, Liz. In a way, this all does speak to Jay Kelly's way of looking at the past in fragments, as we get general ideas of who people are, rather than a deep dive into them, but it ends up feeling like a lot of concepts being thrown at the wall to see what sticks. Because of this, Jay Kelly has a lot of good ideas that never achieve greatness, as interesting concepts pop in here and there, but Baumbach and Mortimer's strongest theme is the idea of how differing viewpoints can have wholly different perspectives on a moment in time. Back in his 20s, Jay didn't seemingly understand that when he had his big break, it stole Timothy's potential future from him. In another scene, Jay reflects on a previous role, where he started to fall for his co-star and felt some sense of familial normalcy with her. As he looks back, he can't help but wonder if this was a moment that only he felt, or if his co-star also remembers it fondly.